Off.
Okay, the time 6 o'clock. I call the May 9th Board of Selectmen's meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Citizens' comments? We have none. Approval of the minutes. Oh, wait, first, I need to add stuff to the agenda, I'm sorry. Finn Beach passes for 2023. Driveway application for 114 Brown Road and an appointment of the Fair Housing Officer.
Where do you want to put them?
We can put them under new business.
So D, E, and F.
Sure.
So moved. Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, all right, now on to approval of minutes. From April 20th.
Make a motion that be approved as written. Second.
Motion is made and seconded to approve the minutes of April 25th. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, hearing none, they're approved. Correspondence and announcements. Okay. I gave you a copy of the, Senator Summers and I sent a letter to, the Department of Ag with some questions regarding the, composting, and this is the response. About the acreage, what the criteria they used for the site, and proof that there wasn't enough room for at Hillendale, and a couple other questions. It'll be posted on the town website.
So how big is the property in Town that they wanted to use?
I think it's I can't remember off the top of my head.
But less than 48 acres. I
Oh yeah, it is.
was gonna say, isn't it like less than 10?
Yeah, I think it is. Sure. But it depends on if they count. We just counted the field. The property is actually bigger than that. We just measured the size of the field, so. Property is actually bigger. Contact, we got information from Senior Resources about some events coming into town for seniors, and some contact information for seniors. I'm going to make copies of this and put it in the agent for the elderly and the senior, the elderly commission, and put it on the website.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, we've been notified by the state of Connecticut that we need to appoint someone as our municipal veterans representative. We currently don't have anyone appointed. I've been doing everything for it, which means.
What does it entail?
Let's see.
Unnominated Skip. That's why I'm asking what it entails.
Okay, here it goes. Each, let me see. Any city or town, each municipal veterans representative shall carry out the duties described in subsection A of this section. So that means
If it's a big lengthy thing, I can just read it.
Any city or town advisory committee which shall have, the committee may act as the coordinating agency in all matters concerning veterans and their dependents, coordinating the activities of public and private facilities concerned with veterans, reemployment, education, rehabilitation, and adjustment for peacetime living, cooperates with all national, state, and local governmental and private agencies in securing services and benefits to which a veteran or his dependents may be entitled, uses the services and facilities of the Veterans Organization so far as possible to carry out the purposes of this section, and encourages and coordinates vocational training services for veterans.
It sounds like a full-time job.
Which
Yes.
you pretty much, what we've done in the past and what I do is you're just the liaison if anyone calls and has questions for how to connect to services. Honestly, since I've been here, I might have had maybe one or two people. I usually, I have people from veterans organizations that email me information, and I post it on the website and the Facebook page, because we have a veterans services page on the website, and we also have a bulletin board in the hallway, so that's mostly what it is. So.
Navy. Never again volunteer yourself.
So you can think about it and we can appoint you at the next meeting.
Especially when he shows up 2 minutes late.
And if anyone else is interested, they can let me know too, so. We'll have it at the next meeting.
Jim. Not you.
Hutchins.
Hutchins.
Yeah, he's the one of the people that sends me information. I've asked him in the past, but he isn't able to. So
Okay.
I can ask him again, but I've asked him in the past.
He's like, no. and he wasn't, so he knows.
He works for an agency that works for veterans, so he sends me all the information. That's where I get it from. And if I ever had anyone, I would send them to him. So assistance programs webinar. So that already went by. So that's the Apex report came. You want to look at it?
Yeah, we have.
The report from the tax collector, the percentage of collection. She's collected 98.32% of the real estate tax, 97.11% of the personal property tax, and 93.1% of the motor vehicle tax. So it's pretty good. So,
And we're what? Month and a half, just under 2 months left.
yep, that was as of May 1st.
So 2 months to go. So yeah.
And I think that's all I have for the first one. All right, elderly commission, no. Public works report, they finished cleaning out the culverts. The ones that,
Not on Wiley School.
well, they did do Wiley School Road, the culverts that they're cleaning are the ones with the grates on the top. I don't think there are any of those on the Wiley School Road, but they did go through and they actually, if they were able to, because the machine that they were using is to go up from the top, because it's one of the grates with on the top. If it was able to do some of the culverts under the road, they did it, and I think there might have been one on Wiley that they were able to do, but most of them they couldn't. So
I can verify that they couldn't.
yeah, it doesn't. That tool is made for the top grade ones, or the ones that are on the side like this, not the tube ones.
Towns that have curbs.
Yeah,
We don't have curbs.
we do, just not on that road. Mostly the
We
new
don't have
ones.
enough curbs. But we have a grant in progress for that.
So now they started mowing, this week they've been working on cleaning out cemeteries. And that's where we are. Tomorrow we're meeting Right, tomorrow, Thursday, we're meeting with Data to go over the plan for road work for next budget year.
So mowing cemeteries?
The cemeteries, they're like cleaning them up and
How
mowing
many do
the
they
ones they
maintain?
can.
I think we discussed this before.
Um,
They don't do all 14,
no, they do, today,
like 2 or 3.
there's one on Bassett Mill Road they were doing, there was like 3 of them, but I can't remember where they all were. I know when I called them, when I talked to them today, they were at Bassett Mill.
They do Robin Cemetery.
No, the Robin
That's private.
Cemetery has an association, they hire someone.
No.
We hire someone,
We hire someone.
yeah. So,
That's the only active cemetery, right?
I think that I
That's
think
taking
some
new
of them,
improvements.
no, I think some of them still are. I think the Kennedy Cemetery still does, but we don't do that when they have an association. They might be, 'cause that one is on Wiley,
That was school road.
yeah. I think they might still be taking people that
Beautiful cemetery.
finance report, so budget 23-24. We finally have all the figures in, except for the schools, so we're working on the town budget. And Julie,
Newsflash from Julie.
Huh?
Newsflash from Julie.
You're fine.
School can change their budget again.
Well, that's the rumor I hear, so I won't have the school budget until next Monday. The budget I have from them is, well, one of the last ones at their meeting, so it's still an old one. Still working on finding out ECS funding, we don't know that yet. So this is just a little summary of what's changed in the budget. Biggest one, town planner. That's Public Works is, we ordered a new snowplow truck that'll be financed. Our mowers, our over the rail mowers, and what's the other one? It's that loader, Tracy, it's the little one.
the sidewalk one? Oh, no,
No, there's another one we bought at the same time, I can't remember what it's called. So those are finished paying off, so that'll offset the financing for the new truck. It's replacing a 2007 truck that's 3 months on flat like. New line item for town engineering cost, that's kind of a necessary one that we've needed to add for a while, so that not only will take care of Beta's costs if we have any. It'll also anything we need engineering for drainage, any for grants, for just for whatever we're doing new projects, pretty much we need an engineer to do plans or something for it, so. We've never had a line item, we've just put it under professional fees, so this just kind of moves it from professional fees and Board of Selectmen to town engineering costs, and kind of a,
More descriptive.
yeah,
public safety is increasing by 12%. Small increase in for tax collector and tax assessor, that's strictly the printing costs, and contractual stuff we can't change. And then the staffing in the building department. So our insurance costs have increased by 7%, the total cost, but because of the way the staffing has changed for us, the town will actually decrease. So that ended up a good thing. Cybersecurity is a big one right now. That one went up 10 grand. We sat with, what was it we sat with this past week and did Homeland Security, I can't remember.
CIJS.
Just make it up, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I am making it up.
Every
It was a
town had
federal
to
agency that does cybersecurity.
sit and do a cybersecurity assessment of our town, so we got that report in. We're actually pretty good. There's a few recommendations they've made, and we have to do a cybersecurity policy for the town. Somebody might want to read that one. You might enjoy that one.
That's my current day job. So yes, I will.
So that we're in pretty good shape though for our cybersecurity stuff.
Yeah.
A few things will be changing. We have to add the MFA security. So when you log into your email, town email, you'll have the multi-factor.
Right.
So everybody has to do that for cybersecurity insurance. And we've all heard about Tony's, the stuff he's done with the bank account, so that'll help us out with our fraud prevention stuff there. So the estimates, you know, we talked about last time. With the increase in revenue from. And the investing, that'll pretty much cover more than what the town increased. The ECS cuts, if the ECS cuts, we're gonna have an increase in the mill rate. If we don't get the ECS cuts, we should pretty much break even or see a small decrease. Hopefully by Monday, we'll have that. And we may have to decide if we don't buy the public hearing, or when I have to put the notice in the paper, we may have to decide, do we go with increase because we don't know what the state's gonna do? Or hedge our bets and assume they're gonna make a cut? We'll have to make that decision on how to set the mill rate. You do have till after the meeting, but usually we present to the town what our mill rate's gonna be. You know, what's the point of the budget if you're not gonna present the mill rate? We don't have to set that till after
After the
the
meeting,
town meeting.
so we can change it during the meeting.
Yeah. You could present it as the cut, and then if you know by May 30th, you could say, well, we've had new information.
Raise it, blame the government.
Because what you put in the paper is the actual expenses, you don't put the revenue. So the call will list just the town budget expenses and the town Board of Ed expenses. It doesn't list the mill rate. So.
All right,
And Tony gave his report too. And then the other thing with this is the capital project. So Tony. The interest rate for March was 2.19. And this one, is this the new one? He said today that we're up to 5.09 for interest rate for the stiff. So that one's still going up. And we're working on the checks deposit function. So we have a new machine where we scan all the checks in instead of doing a deposit and sending it to them. Gets everything deposited faster. More timely manner, so. That's what we've been working on.
Good.
So, any questions, you can. Let me know. So another thing I've added on the back here shows you where our unassigned fund is and where it's projected to be by the end of this budget year. We're within our 8 to 12% that our financial policy says we should be.
so what we need to do tonight is we need to approve the budget to present for the town meeting. So do you have any questions?
Or this will be the budget that's sent to the public hearing next week.
Yep.
And by, what did we figure out by May 15th? Or May? Or right after the public hearing, we should have that call to the paper.
If we make any changes to the budget after we'll have a meeting after the public hearing, so we can still make changes then before we go to the town meeting.
So you're looking for motion for $2,470,871.
Yes,
So moved.
Seconded.
the motion's been made and seconded to approve this budget as presented. All in favor, or is there any discussion? No, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, hearing none. This will be the budget we present at the public hearing. All right, so next is the capital improvement plan. So,
We're gonna do the budget piece for that piece,
what,
capital improvement budget with that.
well, we can do this, I was gonna approve this separately. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, I was just asking if you were approving the budget with that.
Yeah, it has the capital improvement budget in it, so it's a separate thing. So the capital improvement plan, there's a report in here that I put together. It's a fluid plan. It's based on a 10-year plan. So this one is 2020 to 2030. every year at budget time, we review the plan, because we appropriate money towards the projects from the general fund. So I went through the plan. This is what I've been doing the past couple of days. So, we go through the plan. Projects that we removed, the oil tank replacement, the project was completed in 2019. And we had a town meeting 10/20/22 that appropriated the remaining balance of this project to the asbestos abatement project. The baseball field project, we took that one out because with the Gate Street Recreation Complex Committee, that committee has decided to not invest in the field because of its cost. It's really high cost, and it's high cost of continual maintenance, and it just outweighed the actual amount of it being used.
Yeah, usage was discussed quite a bit on
Yeah.
that.
So that's been removed. Things can always come back in here, so it's just not a priority right now. The library roof, that project was completed this year. Bassett Mill Road, that project was completed this year. And the meeting house, the project's been completed. So those projects have been removed.
They have not seeded the lawn, we were discussing earlier.
Right, so we'll talk about that when I'm done. So the projects added are.
In my mind, I'm reading this going, why did we tear it down? I was confused with Wiley School. The other old building. Yes.
So projects
Okay.
added are the asbestos abatement. The project includes the removal of asbestos at the Valentine Elementary School. As stated above, the oil tank replacement funds were voted to be moved to this project. The HVAC indoor air quality, this project includes the update to the HVAC system at the Valentine Elementary School at a town meeting on 10/20/22. It was voted to appropriate $170,000 from the general fund to this project. And the Board of Ed is currently applying for state HVAC grants for schools. Finn Beach, this project includes new sand, buoys, trash cans, and a dinghy for Finn Beach.
Who's gonna use the dinghy?
Well, the guys, you need the dinghy to put the buoys up. Right now, they use Ron's dinghy and it's pretty old. So
So it's a town dinghy.
it's a town dinghy that
The
we.
town now has a navy.
We need a dinghy, okay? Or a canoe or something, we accept donations, so if anyone has one.
Why don't we put that in the newsletter? Sounds looking for a donation of a boat or.
A little boat just to put up buoys, that's all we need.
Yep.
Can't swim out there to put them up. So.
I mean,
Every
I've
once
got
in
a
a while
boat.
they do.
That's something that they're doing. I'll take the time off, take my boat. to boat it.
That's what they've been doing with Ron.
Yeah,
Ron-
Ron's got a
Every
little
once in a
thing.
while, they do get flipped over.
It's a little.
It's a little swim.
Okay.
Take pictures when they go.
I've got a
put the
15
buoys
foot
up.
aluminum with a 15 foot horse on.
So those are the added projects and project progress for this year. The Forge Hill Bridge, the town has been awarded full funding for the Forge Hill Bridge replacement with the federal, state, local bridge program. This includes engineering, testing, project management, and the bridge replacement costs. The town hall and the library renovations. This project was formerly known as the town hall renovations, but the town applied for and received a 2023 steep grant of $300,000 for renovations to the town hall and to the library. The steep funds are expected to cover most, but not all of the renovations needed. So we put the town hall and library renovations instead of just town hall renovations.
This is one of the grants that the town planner.
Yep.
Make sure you underscore that one.
Downtown revitalization, the name of this project has changed. It was to include a larger project that not only includes a community well for the downtown area for economic development and housing, but to include sidewalks and a downtown recreation area that connects businesses, activities, and pedestrian safety. In fiscal year 22-23, $50,000 was appropriated from ARPA funds to this project for the design of the Gate Street Recreation Complex. The town has also applied for a trip grant to cover the cost of completing the sidewalks from the Shell Station to the Riverside Mall. In progress is a CIF, which is a Community Investment Fund application for phase 1 of the Community Well Project. The CIF grant should cover $250,000 of planning costs.
And we're applying for that grant, we have not yet.
We haven't received it where it's due by the end of June, I think. So we're in the process of that. And the trip grant, we moved through the first, it's like phases. We've moved through the first phase of the application process, so we're still waiting to hear on that. Project funding recommendations. So there's $11,863 remaining in the library roof project. It is recommended to appropriate this amount to the town hall and library renovations project. There's $10,000 in the municipal building project, which the municipal building project is in here. It's been in here for a while, and that's for a community building. Like
That was our dream project 2 or 3 boards ago.
yeah, that was a dream.
Where the
project.
library, this building, all the way out to that building was going to be a multi-story, everything building, including senior center, some McMansion for Voluntown.
Yeah.
With elevators.
And we appropriated $10,000 to that project. Right
Was it
now,
10? I thought we were doing 10 a year.
well, we've only done 10 to it, and that was for the planning phase.
We must have I remember we discussed it and then we got on the capital improvement project.
Yeah.
And it was gonna be, well, if we put 10K away per year,
In
in 30 years, we'll be able to rebuild it.
Able to do the design.
So the project is not a priority now. So it is recommended to appropriate that amount, the $10,000 from the municipal building project to the town hall and library renovation project. It is recommended that the remaining balance in the meeting house after settling the count for demolition be moved to the downtown revitalization project. There's currently just over 7,000 in there, and we still have to close out the project with the demolition and plant grass. So there'll probably be just under around 5,000 or maybe a little bit under when we're done. So just to move that remaining balance to the downtown revitalization. And then it's also recommended to appropriate the following amounts from the general fund. $200,000 to the public works equipment. Public works is in need of a loader, a sidewalk tractor, and a new truck. So the 200,000 would go towards that. 120,000 for the public works garage needs. This includes the generator, the propane tanks for the generator, supplies needed for the public drinking water. We need public suitable hoses and spouts and all that stuff. And the diesel tank that's back there needs to be updated. The computer program that we currently use for it is like end of life, and they're not like redoing it. So we have to find a new computer program and do that. So that's $120,000 to cover those. $10,000 for the Finn Beach project. That was mentioned before, the sand, buoys, dinghy, and trash can. 40,000 to the downtown revitalization. That's separate from what's recommended above. This is to go towards with the trip grant, you need a matching for it. And so we were going to use the 40,000 for the match, but it was also going to cover the designs for the sidewalks. And $10,000 for reval. Every year we put 10,000 towards our every 5-year reval. So of what needs to be voted on is the project funding recommendations. And the plan is still gonna be updated more, not for any funds to be appropriated, but we have town aid road money, and some of the roads that are on here still have money in their balance, so when we meet with Beta Engineering on Thursday, we're gonna go through their evaluation and appropriate that money to the roads.
What time is it? You on Thursday? Would you want to pick in?
Yeah, you can come at 7:30.
In the morning?
I just have to post it at the meeting if you come.
Well, I'm not coming, but I might show up. How's that?
Just stand outside the threshold of the room.
I'll post it as a meeting, so.
The same party.
So I'm not invited.
I will post
invited.
it as a meeting, it'll be there, 7:30,
Yeah,
right here, yeah, in the morning.
town hall.
So that's what I need a motion for.
So I make a motion to approve project funding recommendations for the capital improvement plan 2020 to 2030.
So as discussed.
Okay, any questions or comments? Okay, all in favor of approving the project funding recommendations for presenting them to the public hearing? Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, hearing none, that approved. Okay. Public hearing and the town meeting dates, so we have the public hearing sent for our next, right, it'll be right before our next board meeting. What's that, May 16th?
We don't have a board meeting.
We don't have a meeting,
We have we're scheduling a public hearing, but there's no meeting next
there's no
week.
meeting that week, okay, oh, it's exactly a week.
Yeah.
Okay,
Next week.
all right. Well, we might want to schedule a board meeting for right after, in case we make changes, so that we can present it for the. Yeah, we'll do that.
And that's at 6 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We'll have a board of selectmen meeting after this to either vote on it to approve it to go to the town meeting or to make changes.
Or do you want to do that on the 23rd, so you have a better chance of knowing?
But do we have to have the call out?
Yeah, you'll have to approve the call.
Yeah.
On the 16th. then.
Yeah, we don't have time, so.
Okay.
And then so the meeting is May 30th. Town meeting. All right, ARPA fund updates. The Baptist Church well project. So I did get an update on the well. Martha sent me an email. I'm gonna find it. That's- To date, all inspections and testing for joining the old well to the current system have been done and passed. In the next 2 weeks, the trench will be put in and the lines installed. That's an update. Moving forward. The ordinances are on the agenda, so I'll skip that. Forge Hill Bridge, still at the same spot. ISP.
Still in the same spot.
8th Street, they haven't met since the last one, the next meeting's in June. Municipal complex, we haven't met either. And the fire station improvement design, the engineer that did the study. The plan is to add a second story over the meeting room, so an engineer company came in and reviewed the current structure to see if that was possible, and they came back and said no, it's not possible without major changes. So we actually had a meeting last night with the committee to see how to proceed, if they wanted to do the major changes and still do the second story, or if they wanted to go out. And it was the recommendation of the committee to still go up. And,
So I'm guessing lots of digging and reinforcing
well,
the
we have to check,
foundation.
that's the next step is, it depends on the foundation if that's gonna be possible. So the next step is to do some digging on the side and check the foundation. So that's where we are with that.
What is it, just tear down that meeting room and just build a new structure?
Well, that's what we're taught, that's the plan, but we still,
Then the bathrooms can be on the same floor.
that's the plan.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it still depends on the foundation because it's still gonna be supporting
Two
everything.
stories.
Yeah, but if they gotta tear down the existing building from the stairs, that's ground level entrance. That would be digging out the foundation to
Yeah.
pour a new one.
So
So
that's where we are with that.
big.
New business, blight ordinance, right after the last meeting, I sent it to the attorney, it's still there, so I haven't gotten it back yet. It's
Breaking my heart.
It's being reviewed because there's specific steps in the process that need to be sure to be followed for it to be done legally, so. They have there's a person at the legal firm that's done this with other towns, so he's the one reviewing it, so. When we get it, it does look like the state in the passing of some of the, like this year's bills. There's several things that look like they have ordinances that towns need to do. So if we don't have these ordinances by the town meeting, we'll more than likely have another town meeting, probably before the end of the summer, especially for ordinances. The library, the library board of trustees ordinance. That I did finish and get back, and it's before you. It's basically what we do now. I reviewed the library board of trustees bylaws, and I've spoken to the librarian. This just puts it on paper and makes it legal, so it formally forms the library and the board of trustees, which we never had in the ordinance before. Which we need, so.
So, and I see they're all town employees, so we need to include them in our 403B.
Yeah, they are. They've already done that, so. It's all stuff that's going on. It's just never been on paper, so. So we just need a motion to approve this and present it to the town at the town meeting.
Seconded,
Okay, so the motion been made and seconded to approve the library board of trustees ordinance for submission to the town at the town meeting. Is there any discussion?
Yep.
No, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, hearing none, it's approved. And the no parking ordinance is probably, it's gonna be with that other group of ordinances because it's another technical ordinance that I couldn't write in a week or two, so that one will be there too. Finn Beach parking passes, so it's that time of year again. We are just looking to see. It's time to start selling passes, so we're just looking at the fees. Valentine residents, $25 for the season, includes 2 guest day passes. Non-residents, $75 for the season, and day passes are $15 a day for resident and $30 a day for non-resident. And these are the ones we've been using and we've had no issues, so.
can we update the Finn Beach rules as well? Because it looks like we have 2 COVID leftovers.
Let's see.
I only saw one, what was the second one?
Groups must be set up a minimum of 6 feet apart from the nearest group. Masks must be worn
We
when
might
going
wanna
to
keep
and from.
that one.
Taking over the porta potty.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
masks must be worn when going to kick over porta potty.
All
So-
right, we can remove that.
Yep.
So,
That was it, just those 2.
okay. All right, so we're fine with the fees and everything?
I make a motion, do we need a motion?
Sure, why not?
I make a motion to approve the fees and remove those 2 Finn Beach rules.
And I'll second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Any opposing? No. All right, 114 Brown Road application. I have a driveway application for 114 Brown Road. Public Works went out and inspected the location and everything's fine, so we just need to approve it.
Is this part of the, I assume this is part of the big,
Yeah.
6,
Yeah.
8?
Yep, yep.
Yep.
So moved.
So,
Second,
okay, so a motion's been made and seconded to approve 114 Brown Road driveway application. All in favor, say aye.
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 Some of those houses are already back on the market. Really? Wow.
And last but not least,
I'm a speculator.
we have a new employee. She officially started this week in the building office, and she's gonna be appointed as the fair housing officer. So I just need a motion in a second.
This is Taylor.
This was the recent graduate who.
Yep.
We had discussed.
Yep.
Second,
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to appoint Taylor Lucier as our fair housing officer. Any discussion? No. All in favor, say aye.
aye.
Aye. Opposed, hearing none.
I'm getting awfully old.
And that's all I have. Anything else?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you.
Excellent. That's not to keep. Oh. And then I go home in half hour, to finish reassembly of the washing machine.